Hi guys, my name is Borro Dante, and we're back to our Spider-Verse. So now we're moving to Blender, and as you can see, I prepared our main characters and the minibus. The Ukrainian minibus right here has wheels and some markings of the windows and doors. Pretty simple, nothing specific, just to make sure we see where these details will be in the actual perspective. So this is the camera view, and now I'm just gonna start by positioning all of these characters and the camera and the buses in the places where we need to see them. I have some new ideas on the sketch, by the way, or actually just one new idea. The Noir Spider-Man, he's not gonna be right here, because that's not the best place for that kind of character, just running in there, like we had no other place for him. I think it will be pretty cool if he will be driving this bus. That will be awesome. So let's do exactly that. He'll be sitting in there, and combined with this idea, it will be pretty cool if we use specifically this minibus. Like, we use it as a reference. We'll use all the route symbols and this stuff as well. And what's interesting about this route specifically is that it has nothing to do with the main streets of Kiev. So it's really like from far away, and we're probably gonna put the whole action into the main street of Kiev, the Krishchatyk. And the fact that they kind of like probably stole this minibus and Noir Spider-Man is driving it will make much more sense and make it much more, I don't know, bring more backstory to it and just make it plain funnier. So there's that. I used some of the actual sizes of a minibus like that. It's not specifically this kind of model. This is so-called Bogdan, and this one is a bit different, but they're pretty much the same anyway, and I needed just the basic sizes of it. So it was cool that I found this kind of picture. So yeah, let's position stuff somewhat like we see in here, but better. I'll probably start with putting all the characters on the bus, the ones that need to be on it. Yeah, then I'll parent them to the bus and it will be easier to move things around. So let's start moving things around. Alright, so positioned the main objects in the shot. Thought I'd better start with that. But this is another car that they're about to hit. I'm not sure if I need to model another average car to put into the traffic so it would look better, or we'll just do that however it goes in the actual painting. So I removed the front glass from this bus so we would see what's going on inside, at least right now. Well, it doesn't matter. In here, as you can see, there's a crossroad in here or something, and this bus is making a turn, and that's how we see our Penny Parker and her robot. I assume it's her robot, right? She's like a really smart schoolgirl, and this is her invention, the robot. Probably so, since she's always on it. Alright, so we're also gonna need a cook, a chef that's chasing, or maybe 2 chefs, or 3. That would be also fine. So I'll make a copy of a dummy and put it right here. And yeah, now we'll just go ahead and position all the characters. So Miles is already in a pretty cool position. Well, from this angle is not that cool, but you know, it's a Spider-Man position, right? It looks pretty good in the shot. Better than the rest of them. Not exactly sure yet on the field of view of the camera. Right now I made it a bit stronger to have a dynamic kind of feel to the picture, but at the same time we have all the main characters in here pretty small, and everything is about Spider-Ham now, which is not bad actually. We should put an accent on someone, otherwise it's just about everyone, meaning about no one. But we have an option of like zooming in as much as we need and moving the camera backwards. That will bring the scale of all the characters closer together, and this way we can easily manipulate this factor of how much pixels will be dedicated to each and one of them. So yeah, let's position the guys on this bus and then on that bus. Alright, now for the Spider-Ham. He should be probably like mid-jump, running away, very much Looney Tunes style. Alright, so this is what we have now. I assumed, like, if this is a big road, this is where it starts, then I assume this is where it ends, and then there's some of the sidewalk, and we have other buildings over there. And the size of them seems to be pretty much legit, like 3-4 floors of a buildings. Downtown, they're mostly the old buildings, the cultural legacy kind of stuff, so they're all pretty low. And yeah, this is what we have in the shot. I think I really like it, like, especially when I added these two cooks, chefs. They really support the composition pretty well now, and everything generally looks pretty satisfying. I'm not even sure if I want to move the camera or change the perspective of it. Everything seems just right, like the perspective is strong enough to support that Spider-Ham is this big, and this is correct, like at least some of them should be big. And these are, I don't know, they have pretty decent size as well, like they will have readable faces and everything, so that's pretty cool. There should be something in here, not sure exactly what yet, like it's not gonna be completely empty obviously. I'll think of something that could be on the street in Kiev in this area, maybe something to support the story as well. But yeah, aside from that, this is actually where I wanna stop doing anything in 3D. We won't be using these colors, these were just to make sure we see what's going on and to analyze the dominant colors of the picture overall in the stuff that is important, and the buildings will just figure them out in the shot. And one thing I want to add, I'll be pretty much using I'll export something like this kind of view, right? That's gonna be a sketch made in 3D, so we'll get this kind of look only, nothing else. So we are painting completely in Art Studio Pro in a painting program, and yeah, we just get the perfect geometry from Blender. I think this will be the quickest and most productive way to approach this. One thing I want to add is the grid in the sky parallel to the ground, so we would have a good understanding of the perspective in general, just a perspective guide. So I'll create a plane. Oh, there's actual grid, not plane, but grid. What's that about? Nice! So in the end, it's still just a plane, actually. It's just subdivided. Well, let's subdivide it a bit more. Yeah, pretty good. I would actually continue it over there. So probably subdivide one more time. So now for the sky. I'll scale it up 4 times. Alright, so this is our sketch. Ooh, one thing I wanted to do. Also, I noticed this minibus is floating in the air. Or maybe not, maybe the grid is just ending early. Yeah, it's fine, it's just the grid. That's better. So yeah, I wanted to do like this kind of tilt. Since the wheels are turned like this, that means that the minibus is making a turn. So tilting it a little bit will make a pretty good statement on that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I guess this is it for this episode. We have everything we probably need. At least the key elements are here. A pretty good spread of details all over the composition. Although it really seems like it would be better to crop this picture vertically. I've just seen it like this and it looked just right. There's no need in this extra space at the top and the bottom. So maybe we'll crop just a little bit actually, not too much, to have just a good frame of everything. Something like that. Maybe this dude should be a little bit more to the right, like overlapped by the main chef. One thing though, I remember I was thinking on this, like, this is Peter Parker, he's in this pose, and thing is, he's not exactly going to be in this pose because this minibus has pretty big mirrors on the sides, and we should kind of implement them, so he will probably be, like, his head will be in here, looking through this area or something like that. So I'll adapt to that probably. I'll add that detail to the bus and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll do some extra little details here and there in between episodes. And yeah, for now, this is it. This is what we've got. Tell me guys what you think in retro perspective. I feel like this kind of approach where I will just get this sketch out of Blender and just using it and painting whatever I want, just using this guide, is gonna be a very pleasant experience because generally I know really well how to render, and my weak part is actually in creating perfect geometry because I'm very lazy and probably stupid as well, and Blender is taking care of that for me. So yeah, looking forward to your comments, and I thank you for watching if you did. I guess you did if you're here. Leave a like and subscribe, tell a friend. Synchronize, because they seem to have the same pose in many action poses in the posters. Like Penny Parker can control her robot in a way with her body or something, I don't know. Do whatever you want. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Yeah, that's pretty much what it actually looks like inside.